So I'm going to ask Melody a few questions about composing, just for everyone's general interest. So first, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about your composition process? Do you write an outline first, or do you compose it for piano and then orchestrate it, or how does that work?
Yeah, I actually compose on piano. So I create an outline for piano because I'm a pianist, and then I kind of orchestrate it accordingly. So I'll have the main melodies, kind of map them out, and then add on instruments from there.
Cool, and what was the inspiration for the piece that we just heard?
This piece is actually a very old piece. I wrote the main motif for this about 5 years ago. It was originally for a film project at the school I was attending. So I actually took that little motif and built a 5-minute piece out of it, and yeah, that was the inspiration.
And so what's your revision process? Like, what's it like working with, well, before you ever put it in front of musicians, and then after you're actually working with musicians? What happens then?
So, revision process.
Sorry, so what's it like after you put the music in front of musicians? Like, inevitably, it's kind of like when, like, I'm a software engineer in my real life, and, like, you can design the heck out of a piece of software, and then you put it in front of the users, and they're like, ah, or like something doesn't work, and you can't anticipate how they're going to work with it. What is that like for composing?
It's good. Like this piece, I was just telling one of the musicians, it was premiered at Cal State San Bernardino last spring, and so I had the chance over the last year to go back and reorchestrate it, make some parts a little easier for certain instruments, and get to hear it again with this orchestra. And needless to say, obviously it's been improved because I've had that whole year to go back and fix stuff that I heard didn't work the last time. So this is actually the first piece that I've had the chance to do that with. Hopefully, with future pieces, I can get other ensembles to go back and look at them again, reorchestrated.
Great, thanks. And why do you compose music?
It's a form of communication. I feel like I can express a lot that I can't say, as cheesy as that sounds. That's why I'm pursuing composition almost professionally. Yeah, and it's a very fun hobby for me. I love writing music.
Do you just hear music in your head all the time?
Yeah, like anything, like even like certain phrases that people will say, like I'm always like figuring out the intervals and like writing music, or like trying to figure out like a melody that I could use with that, or finding kind of sets of notes that'll work together, or trying to like limit myself and like play games with certain intervals. It's weird, it's nerdy, but that's why I love theory. And I'm starting to really like orchestration because I'm trying to, like now I can hear, okay, that would sound good in horns with that certain timbre, or trumpets would, hold that note more easily than, say, clarinets would, or like what's more melodic, what's some more melodic instrument and what's some more rhythmic instrument. So yeah, I hear it all in my head. That was your question.
Thank you, that's fascinating. And then, if the audience is interested in listening to more music by contemporary composers, what are some composers that you recommend that they listen to, or what types of music?
I listen to a lot of film composers, not so much like art music. I listen more to like Hans Zimmer, James Horner, John Williams, which all those are huge film composers that have their own assistants working for them, but they made music to like Star Wars, to Titanic, to Avatar. That's like the bulk of what I listen to in terms of like symphonic music. And of course Danny Elfman, Tim Burton. He's like Tim Burton's main film composer. But yeah, check out film music. Like that's all I listen to, and that's what I've kind of been inspired by this whole time.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Melody. That was awesome. It was an honor to play your piece, and thanks for submitting it.